Welcome into ChapterCast, where you can grab your favorite snacks, fold some laundry, or just kick back and learn. Today we're exploring one of the most empowering topics in behavior analysis, self-management. Ever tried to stop a habit, start a new one, or just get yourself to stick with a plan? This chapter is all about turning you into your own behavior analyst. We'll explore practical strategies like self-monitoring, goal setting, self-reinforcement, and habit reversal, all backed by science and real-world success stories. So whether you're managing your study habits, saving money, or finally tackling that gym routine, this one's for you. Let's take control, one behavior at a time. Self-management is using specific strategies to change your own behavior. It's how you take control of what you do. Instead of others telling you what to do, you coach yourself. You set goals and celebrate wins. Do more of what you want and less of what you don't. Think of it as being your own coach. You guide daily choices toward better outcomes. Useful for everyone, any age, any goal. Understand why you do things, make small changes, and let them add up over time. With a plan, success is more likely, and confidence grows. A self-management problem happens when change is hard, even if you want it. The bad behavior feels good now, the good behavior pays off later. Immediate pleasure can overshadow delayed consequences. Binge one more episode now, feel tired tomorrow. Free time now, stress later. The immediate outcome keeps winning. Our brains favor quick rewards. The controlled behavior is what you want to change. Nail biting, not exercising. The controlling behaviors are actions you use to change the target. Smart tricks and supports put you back in control. That's how you manage the controlled behavior successfully. One of the most important strategies is goal setting. Decide exactly what you want and ensure it's doable. Instead of I'll study more, try I'll study 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday. Clear goals are measurable and motivating. A behavioral contract is a written agreement with yourself, outlining your behavior, schedule, and rewards. Write the behavior and the reward, then sign it. Having someone else sign increases accountability. Self-instructions are simple cues you give yourself at the decisive moment. Stop. I'll drink a glass of water instead. Self-praise reinforces the win and makes repeat success more likely. A social report is telling others your goal and asking for support. Short-circuiting the contingency removes temptations from your environment. Use multiple strategies at once for stronger results. Make right choices easier and wrong choices harder. That's the blueprint. With repetition, new behaviors become habit. Step 1. Choose one behavior to change and be very specific. Clear targets are easier to work on. Start small. Write your exact schedule so it's measurable. Put your goal where you'll see it daily. Pick 2 or 3 supports. Self-instructions, social report, short-circuiting. Lay out shoes, tell someone, and praise yourself after each win. Write the behavior, the goal, the strategies, and a reward. Sign it. Keep it visible and track progress by checking off each successful day. Measurement fuels motivation. Small steps, repeated, create lasting change. Pick one behavior. Set a realistic goal. Choose 2 to 3 strategies. Write and sign your contract with a meaningful reward. Alex has an exam but keeps procrastinating. His controlled behavior is watching videos instead of studying. Goal: study 45 minutes nightly, distraction-free, 7:45 p.m. He short-circuits distractions and uses self-instructions. A behavioral contract adds a weekend reward. Clear goal: fewer distractions, encouraging self-talk, and habit formed. Maria is tired after work and defaults to the couch. Goal: walk 20 minutes after work on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. She short-circuits by changing clothes ASAP and adds a social report. A small weekly reward sweetens the deal. Exercise becomes planned, social, and rewarding. David loses hours to his phone each night. Goal: no entertainment phone use from 8 to 10 p.m. nightly. He plans to read and listen to music during that window. Phone goes in a drawer. It's reading time. The phone can wait. Partner support plus a music reward keep him on track. Environment changed, urges managed, motivation reinforced. Self-management also supports clinical work, like ADHD and anxiety, by adding structure and coping skills. In recovery, short-circuit triggers, set goals, use social reports. Use controlling behaviors, goal setting, contracts, self-instructions, self-praise, social reports, and short-circuiting to put yourself in control. Take 5 minutes now. Pick one small behavior, write it, place it where you'll see it. Tomorrow, set a tiny goal for it. Today, starting is success. That wraps up Chapter 20 from the Behavior Modification, Principles and Procedures textbook. If this walkthrough was helpful, please give the video a like so that other students can find it too. You can always use the timestamps to review key sections or head to the playlist to continue with the next chapter. Subscribe to ChapterCast for more chapter-by-chapter study guides and let me know in the comments which concept you'd like broken down next. Thank you for learning with ChapterCast, where textbooks become study-friendly lessons. See you in the next video, where we break down Chapter 21, Habit Reversal Procedures.